A plane carrying 239 passengers and crew takes off. In the sky, monitored by the most advanced radars, it suddenly vanishes. Neither the black box, nor the passengers, nor the wreckage of the plane can be found. In the modern age, how can such a large passenger plane disappear without a trace? Today, you will hear the incredible story of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, one of the greatest aviation mysteries in history. March 8th, 2014, midnight. Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur bound for Beijing. The giant Boeing 777 passenger plane carried 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Most were Chinese citizens, but there were also people from different countries. At first, everything seemed normal. The aircraft was climbing smoothly, and the pilots were having routine conversations with air traffic control. However, 40 minutes after takeoff, at 1:21 a.m., the aircraft was never heard from again. As the plane was about to enter Vietnamese airspace, it made its final contact with Malaysian air traffic control. The pilot's last words were recorded. "Good night, Malaysian 370. Shortly after, the transponder was turned off, meaning the system that transmits the plane's location to radar was disabled. This was a situation that should never have occurred. And then, the plane disappeared. In the early days, everyone thought the plane had crashed over the South China Sea. Hundreds of planes and ships were mobilized. However, no trace was found. No fuel trail, no debris, no black box signal. This shocked the investigators, because a plane of this size would have been easily detectable in the ocean. Days passed, but still nothing was found. Later, when military radar records were examined, something surprising was noticed. MH370 had deviated from its planned route. The plane had suddenly turned west, past the Malay Peninsula, and then headed into the depths of the Indian Ocean. This change in route was deliberate. But who made this decision and why? It was impossible for the plane to follow such a long route on its own. The search has now shifted to the southern Indian Ocean. Satellite signals indicated that the plane had continued flying for hours, but its exact landing location remained unclear. Years of research covered an area of more than 120,000 square kilometers. It was one of the largest and most expensive search operations in history. However, the result remained unchanged. No trace of the plane's fuselage, black box, or passengers was found. This mystery naturally gave rise to countless theories. Some researchers argued that the captain deliberately crashed the plane into the ocean. A similar flight simulation was found during investigations at his home. However, there was no definitive proof. Others thought the plane had been hijacked, landed at a secret base, and the passengers had been mysteriously eliminated. However, it was nearly impossible to carry out such an operation without leaving a trace. Others claimed that the plane was carrying secret cargo, even the secrets of technology companies. Those who went even further claimed that it had been hijacked by UFOs. However, all these theories remained mere speculation. Starting in 2015, some parts were found on the coast of Africa and on islands in the Indian Ocean. These were confirmed to belong to MH370, a wing piece, a door panel, engine parts. But even these parts did not explain exactly where the plane crashed or why it disappeared. The black boxes have still not been found. This incident was not merely a plane crash. It was a tragedy that forever changed the lives of 239 people and their families. Waiting families demanded answers from governments for years, protests were held in China and Malaysia. The relatives of those who disappeared are still waiting for answers. For them, MH370 is still in flight, still shrouded in uncertainty. The mystery of MH370 remains unsolved to this day. Over 10 years have passed, but no one knows for certain where the plane is or what happened to the passengers. Although there have been occasional attempts to launch new search operations, no results have been achieved yet. Perhaps one day the black boxes will be found in the depths of the Indian Ocean, and this mystery will be solved. But until that day, Flight MH370 will remain one of aviation's greatest unknowns. 239 passengers and crew vanished into thin air, and all that was left behind were unanswered questions. What do you think happened to Flight MH370? How could this